And hello, Perry. I think we're live right now. I think we just got the. Did we just get the confirmation that we're live, or am I just stupid source? We're not live.
Perry,
Never
you
mind.
do intro. Perry, you do intro. And
no, wait, what?
Yeah, you do intro. You do.
What?
Got it.
Are we live? We are live. No, we're not live. Crazy. Why can't I do the intro?
You do the intro. You do the intro.
I'll do the intro. Okay, ladies, gents, and envies, welcome to the 6WC postcard from map finals. I do not know who the match is up against because I can't read the names. No, I can't read the names. It's Xihx versus Xerillia. What am I saying? And we'll get the title changed very soon, but I'm sure you've all been tuning into the other streams. Yeah, this is an interesting match. This is going to be a really interesting match. Two absolute powerhouses in the six-digit scene. Xerillia, of course, everyone knows Xerillia. And Xihx, of course, my GOAT teammate in Core 6-3 that got us that win in the end. Both of these players, we don't know what to expect from this, to be honest, especially with a pool like this. There's not really a lot of variety in what you can pick, and for that reason it's anyone's game here, so we'll have to see what happens. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it to you guys now.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Quantum Vortex, and I am also on the stream, and I will be doing some of the talking, I believe.
I'm Perry. I do major 6WC stuff, and I'll be doing some of the talking as well, I guess.
We love talking, folks.
We love talking.
We love talking.
And hi, I'm here. I'm gonna be judging these guys based on
Hey!
how awkward their commentary is because I'm too geek to do this shit. Anyways, good luck, guys. Good luck with the match. I'll check out with you guys later. Bye bye.
Thank
you.
Alright, so this is... Oh, we've already got some interesting bands on the sheet here. We've got Nomad 6, Hidden 2, Hidden 4, Hidden 6, Hard Rock 1, and Hard Rock 3 all banned. Eliminating a lot of Hard Rock pool and half of the Hidden pool is kind of rough, honestly. At least for my personal favorites in the pool. Quite a few are gone already. But, yeah, it's fair. And I believe that's our first pick from Xihx, and we are getting Nomad 1. We are heading to Byakuya Gensotan. Alright, this map is... We talked about it in the stream for a very long period of time. Spunny, do you want to take it away?
I mean, I'll just start it off, right? The thing about Chinese mapping is the fact that it's always conceptual. There's always a gimmick going on in the map, and it just so happens that this map is just a short and sweet map that focuses on progression. What progression means is you develop an idea throughout that map and then display that idea in full force later on. That's a very generalized definition, but in this map, it does it so exceptionally well. It has this visual style that I don't think I've really seen in a lot of other modern maps today, and the progression, it's just screaming at the player to brace for impact for the final chorus, and it's so fun to play. It's an incredible map. YF is a genius.
And we're going to see if the players can enjoy their time on it as we begin the map. Already quite a bit of ag suffering from Xihx, but he's being able to recover it. And this beginning, it's a very quick start. It just throws a lot of stuff at you immediately. Like some of those one free bursts as well that you have to keep an eye out for. But both players are holding on pretty well. We should be getting the slowdown any second now. And then from that point onwards, it's going to be a bit of a slow part, and we're going to have to see... and then, Perry, if you could just talk about the players for a second during this slow part.
No worries. These two players have had really good scores on this map in their past matches, today even. Around the 400k to 500k range of scores. So you really do expect to see a bit of a close match here. Both players seem to be able to hold their own on these ollie patterns. On these patterns that typically we saw a lot of earlier players struggle on. Currently, we see a slight combo lead on the side of Xihx by manifesting in the form of a 70k score lead that seems to be increasing. So really, it's missing something to make that worse.
Break pretty early on. Oh, that is going to be a very tough for Xerillia to recover from, unless we get a break from Xihx really soon. But now it's getting into the slow part. There's no way you drop combo here. Oh my god.
Chat, guys.
Chat.
I think I see an issue.
Oh, is it? Is the score wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Xerillia, of course, is now purposefully missing because they don't want this score to be uploaded. Classic D-ranker behavior. It doesn't look like Xihx has noticed, however.
Shit.
Well, you might as well play it out, you know? Get a good score.
Xihx, you better start missing, otherwise you might even get PP. Watch out.
What the fuck, PP in this economy?
Crazy. We should do a tournament where we sneak in score v1 every once in a while to catch out D-rankers.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Let's hope we get a replay of that.
Are we going to get a replay?
I assume so.
Okay. So shout out the ref. Whoopsie.
Shout out Bancho. Just normal
Shout out
Bancho stuff.
I assume it is Bancho because it sometimes just doesn't respond to your shit. It just doesn't work.
Oh, that's great. It's great that the game works like that. That's a really good feature. They should add that in more games, or it just doesn't work sometimes. I think that'd be fun.
I think it might already be a feature in most games.
True. Yeah, true. They should add it in more though. Like it should be in all games. It should be in like Microsoft Office.
Oh my god. No.
You know, it's just RNG. You know?
We should
It doesn't love a
luck
little
to life.
RNG.
We should add luck to life. That's crazy statement.
That's life. That's just life.
I feel like running
didn't
anything
think
ability related
getting-
is luck. So I get what you mean.
Okay.
Well, Xihx did get 500 ranks from that. Less than we wanted, but still.
That's crazy.
Why couldn't the ref also get no fail? It's crazy.
No, there was no fail, right?
There was. If they
Okay.
forgot it, we would have had more PP.
No fail only nerfs if you get misses, and it was a 1 miss, so it probably wouldn't have been that much of a change.
That's
but we
true.
are going to play the map again, folks. We get to see this great map once again. Isn't that wonderful?
I mean, as you can see from the first try, both players seem really comfortable on this. I feel like it's really just a test of consistency now. Like, can Xihx pull off that combo again? Can Xerillia hold and not miss where he missed previously? It's really just that test of, can they do better or can they match their previous score?
Exactly, and I think it really is gonna be. It feels like RNG sometimes. Because, you know, there are a lot of places where this map has, like, stuff that comes out of nowhere sometimes, and it can trip you up, but if both of these players are incredibly consistent, like, they're literally at the exact same accuracy right now. What are we meant to do?
That's a good point. I mean, I think, like, I was gonna mention this before we noticed score V1 last time, but the act of from these players is, like, actually insane. I know it's more like standard map, but still, I feel like it's worth it to mention that most of these players are like holding near 99 AC on 5.9 stars. Like, guys.
Yeah, this is not a normal 5.9 star map either, and they are doing incredibly well in it. Oh, and we do get a break from Xihx in this part right before the slow part, and that is going to let Xerillia build a big lead going into the drop.
It's just like last time. Oh, but they both.
What is happening?
What is happening? What? Xihx? Huh?
Did he explode? What happened?
Yeah,
Xerillia broke as well, but he's still playing. Oh, are we getting an abort? What? Is it Bancho? Is it just Bancho? What happened?
I think tablet issue. Maybe? I have no clue.
But the scores reset. What is happening?
Oh my god, I'm gonna crash out. What is happening?
Oh no. This is not a great start to the match. I'll be completely honest.
Yeah, no.
But it does appear that Xihx did submit a score. It's got a couple of misses compared to Xerillia.
Oh, it was a tablet disconnect, unfortunately, and I believe it is a bit too late for that.
Oh, it is a tablet issue.
Abort,
That's
yeah.
unfortunate. And Xerillia gets that breakpoint, and now we are going to Nomad 5, which is Hokorayuki. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's an interesting pick to start with. I mean, it is on a longer side. You don't want to save it for later. I can understand that.
Can you tell us a bit more about this map?
Spawn, if you're able to, go ahead.
I mean, it's one of the best. It's a more modern freeform map, obviously one of the first freeform maps being the Nomad 3 in our pool, but this Nomad 5 takes freeform as a concept and then emphasizes it with a lot of movement ideas that consistently change in accordance with the song and bring out and help accentuate certain parts of the music. But from a gameplay side, this includes a wide variety of aim and aim control. You have sections which are very linear in its patterning and very flowy, and then all of a sudden you go to this back and forth movement, or all of a sudden then go to an aim control element. It's a very aim-heavy, aim variety map in general.
Yeah, and it's going to be an interesting challenge for these players, I think. Do you know how these players have performed in it before? Has this map even been played before? I'd be surprised if it had been picked. Because
I'm looking right now.
It was picked by, I think it was Xihx in the other match, or it might have been Philoxenia's other match. It's either one of those two, I think.
I do believe... Wait, hold on. No. Yeah, I do believe it was picked in Xerillia's previous match.
Oh, so they've both played before. That's interesting, man. Oh, I think I'm just too biased when it comes to this, because I would never pick this in a tournament. It's just anti all of my skill sets.
I didn't even know you had skill sets. I thought you only play on tablet.
I do play on tablet, and it's anti all my it's anti all my skills on that. Yeah.
I mean,
it's alt and finger control and aim control, which is god awful.
For those who aren't aware, Quantum Vortex is a top player in Osu Droid.
Yeah, top 110, I believe.
I don't know what inflation does for Osu standard and with in reference to that. But,
it would be top 1000 on standard.
That's crazy.
Crazy, wild.
You play a game for 6 years. It happens sometimes. But I'm excited to see this because this is just a really long map. There are a lot of places where player can break very easily. And if it maybe, do we get an FC? I don't know if we get an FC. I don't think.
I really doubt it. I'm looking at the previous scores of these players, and we're looking at the 300k range for both players. Except, they have similar accuracies. Everything looks similar, except Xerillia seems to be more able at holding combo in this map than Xihx, looking at previous scores.
Okay. Xerillia dropping a little bit of hack in the beginning. That's understandable. Going from I think we had 180 BPM before, and this is around 100. Yeah, this is 131 BPM. So it's a big change. Gotta get used to it. Xihx absolutely just doing great on this section so far, but they'll adjust. They'll be fine.
I mean, yeah, I feel like right now it's really early on the map. We have this map is quite long, I believe, so it really does not matter, these early athletes. What's going to define the map, as usual in OC terms, is the combo. And as I said,
we get a drop from Xihx immediately.
And immediately, his athlete is just nullified. There's no point to it because now Xerillia pulls ahead, despite the worst act, despite struggling with that's happening in the early section. It doesn't matter because he has the combo.
Yeah, and that lead is going to transfer any second now, but the map's long, and there's still time for both players to miss after this. And there are a lot of different ways players can miss on this. I think once we get to, this section is where things get brutal. Xihx, missing a lot on that, my goodness, and Xerillia is hitting all of it. Oh my god.
Oh wow. These aim control patterns are not easy. I have no clue what Xerillia is doing this, by the way. Just saying, this guy's not human. Xihx's performance is totally understandable, but Xerillia seems to be overperforming, if anything, because this is a massive boost up from his previous performance in his previous matches. Xihx seems to be, however, falling behind slightly. And you can't even break them because look at these low patterns. Look at the snap. Look at the slight leading you'll have to suffer
I think we're gonna get slight. We're gonna get snap like mixed in. It's not gonna be constant like the previous section. But Xerillia and Xihx both breaking. Xerillia finally breaking, already establishing a 50k score lead that I think he'll be able to continue throughout this, as we reign at a pretty constant difficulty for quite a while.
Yeah, I do believe it's quite even right now. I feel like Story's gonna stay stagnant for now. It's really just a battle of... I feel like Xihx probably feels like he's down right now, especially with the current, with the earlier state.
Yeah.
Earlier state. I can't speak English.
It's alright. Yeah, it's just unfortunate. Xihx breaking again, not being able to hold on to combo for long enough. But Xerillia breaking right after, so they're still going to keep things relatively close for now. But it's going to be hard for Xihx to mount a comeback, even if Xerillia is dropping right now.
You do have to consider, this is a 5-minute map. Score v2 tends to value score a lot less when it comes to like 5-minute maps. That means like a 50k lead right now. It might not seem like a lot, but that is a lot when you consider it is a 5-minute map.
And we're getting this mix between snap aim and flow aim, just creating this incredible contrast when you're playing it. You really do feel it, but the problem is it's also a bit of a pain to play because it's complex, it's difficult. You're not used to it. But both of these players are doing incredibly well right now, except Xihx just broke, but he's still holding on to better accuracy than Xerillia, who also just breaks. They are trying their best to keep it close, but it's just that combo from the beginning that is helping Xerillia stay in the lead right now.
I mean, yeah, going to this last third of the map, it just seems like that's gonna be what defines this map in all. Xihx just looks really comfortable in the tap, but seems to struggle on the aim, if I'm correct. Because
yeah,
I feel like
we saw that in the first chorus, and we're getting into the stacks now. Lots of weird back and forth movement for these players. Xihx the first to break on them, but how long will Xerillia be able to hold on? Is he going to be able to mount a lead? A bigger lead? Oh, no, yes, as soon as I say that, they miss! Oh, the commentator's curse.
Oh, God. I feel like we're going into, like, the last, 8 of the map? I don't think...
Yeah, there's not much map left.
Yeah. Xihx has nor the combo nor the time to get that lead back, and despite this really amazing performance nonetheless, like this is impressive, regardless of what you say. It's just not enough.
These are both great scores. Like they're almost the same accuracy wise. It really is just the combo that makes the difference.
Exactly.
And as we enter this final section with those ascending spacing streams. Those are the words I'm looking for. And you just get these over and over. Even as Xerillia misses on them, it is not going to matter for him. He's already got this lead in the bag. He could probably miss the rest of the map and still win.
Well, I don't know about that one, but but yeah, something like that. His lead is really, really crazy right now. He would actually need to like disconnect for Xihx to win the map.
Yeah.
So this ending section is kind of harsh. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just want to say Xerillia has apparently been practicing this map a lot because they really do like this map. More than any other map in the pool, I believe.
And that practice has paid off as Xerillia wins the second point of the match. If you compare the accuracy, like Xerillia has way more hundreds, but it's just Xihx who got some of those misses during like the early aim sections, and unfortunately wasn't able to build up enough combo to mount an attack against Xerillia. But now it is going to be Xihx's pick, and maybe he'll be able to get a pick off, and we'll see where he goes from there. But what would he pick, though? That is the question. What gives him an advantage?
I feel like we have to stray away from these more controlling skill sets now, considering the 2 picks didn't go very well for him.
And we are going with Hard Rock 2. Okay, I can talk about this map. This is just... This is RLC just doing what he does best, just creating pattern after pattern after pattern after pattern after pattern after pattern, tying them together seamlessly, all while making it fun, enjoyable, nice challenge, and it's going to be a challenge for these players with Hard Rock. I believe it's only 5.77. I thought it would be higher. I thought it'd be like almost 6 stars, to be honest. But that is probably closer to its actual difficulty. But we're gonna see how these players do. Do you think you know how they're gonna do? Has this map been picked a lot?
I can have a look. I have a feeling I think Xihx, from what I've seen earlier, got around 50k on this. I don't know whether Xerillia's played this. Xerillia's probably played this, but I have no clue.
Oh, okay. I think this is just like a lot of tapping. And like a decent amount of finger control in it too, but mostly tapping. And we're gonna have to see how these players do.
I mean, that would make sense though, because if it's like hockey finger control, Xihx has been doing better than Xerillia all match through. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That aside, getting into the first bit of this map, reminder that this is not slot pool, so this is not a typical Hard Rock 2 as you would expect from a tournament.
Of course. I don't think we even have a precision pick in this pool, but it's fine. It's all right.
It's fine.
Actually, no, we have like we have CS5 maps, but those don't count. But yeah, this is just incredibly long, somewhat stamina taxing, but it's not like long stream type stamina. It's just like relentless. It's in like the consistency required to do it. And both of these players are demonstrating that very well, as still holding FCs. Xerillia doing slightly worse on the Yak front, but we need to see how long they can keep these performances up, as the map only gets harder from here.
Again, 5-minute map. These early leads, oh my god, okay. Okay, Xerillia's mix there is going to matter. We are a quarter in, and it's still holding. A quarter is substantial, despite the length, despite what I was going to say earlier. This is going to be substantial. As long as Xihx can hold through this rather slower section before the next, I assume, Ki.
There's probably going to be a big part coming up soon. It's just the map's not. It doesn't let you stop. Even during these slow parts, there's tons of doubles to manage, and with OD10, it's probably a pain for both these players. But they're still both holding nice exact as they hit those snap patterns into the streams, baby.
Holy lord, I don't know how you hold act on this at all. Xihx is really just putting on a master performance here. We're seeing like him holding basically perfect accuracy through these like slightly spaced patterns at 160 BPM. 160 BPM is not comfortable to tap, especially with Hard Rock from personal experience. Yeah. And these doubles do not help in that case. We're pushing halfway through, and Xihx still holding that NT. It's really going to build into a massive lead here. We're approaching 75k, 80k, and as we saw from the previous map, that really matters. But that doesn't mean that Xerillia's already like down from this map. He is still holding combo after that previous break. If Xihx breaks here, he could have a chance.
As long as Xerillia keeps holding, he's still got a chance in this. That's all that really matters. As we head into this more chill section of the map for quite a bit, we're going to see these players probably get quite a significant amount of combo unless one of them falters. And it really is... It's just a 500 combo difference, but we already have an 100k score difference, and we're over halfway through the map. Do you think this is overcombable? Is that the word? I don't know if that's a word.
I have no clue, I'll be honest. Also, I would like to note that Xihx has already beat his previous score in his previous match.
Oh, wow.
We're only halfway through, and he already has.
This is a great score from him, then. And we're going to get a lot more tapping coming up soon. I will see if these players can keep it up. Again, 160 BPM, not most players' comfort zones, as far as I'm aware. Like, 170 is where people usually chill. And just having to go slightly slower, that element of control really just gnaws at you when you're playing, especially over such a long beat map. But they are both still holding. That lead is just growing and growing. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. I cannot believe the score right now, to be completely honest. I feel like it's crazy. The sheer stamina, not in the tapping rate, but like the mental stamina you have to be able to play like a 5-minute hard rock map like this and hold on and stay focused the entire time is a skill that both these players seem to have really having like large amounts. I am really impressed.
Yeah, and we're in the last gasp of the map. This final ki with the last hardest part you get before the ending. This is are we gonna see a Hard Rock 2 FC
This is disgusting.
from Xihx?
The question is no longer whether Xerillia wins. If Xerillia is broken, Xerillia is out of the game.
Broken.
But the question is, how far can Xihx take this lead? How far can Xihx pull this? How far can Xihx?
Are we gonna get an FC?
Xerillia?
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
It's disgusting.
Okay, shut up. We can't.
Let's focus on Xerillia. Xerillia, he's got a great score. Against any other player, this would be a winning score. He got so much combo in the middle, despite that unfortunate.
No!
I tried to anti-jinx it, and I jinxed it. God.
No!
Regardless, Xihx does win his pick, and that means it is his first point of the match. But it is going into Xerillia's pick, and we're gonna have to see if he can continue his lead. But oh my god, what a score!
Fuck.
Even with technically slightly worse act, that is still absurd combo. My god.
I feel like winning might be an understatement here.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted, took it and then ran across the finish line and kept running. I don't know if you know that meme. Anyways.
Okay, I get it. But we are now going to Nomad 4. We're going straight from...
Super quickly before we move on to the next map. That map, as a Nomad, was a group stage OWC map.
Oh shit. Wait.
A while ago.
Wait.
Xihx FC'd it pretty much.
Holy god.
It was a while ago,
Xihx
but it
for
was still an
OWC 2025.
There are
It was
less.
an OWC group stage map.
There are less than 50 FCs on the map with Hard Rock.
Anyways, quickly talk about Nomad 4 before we get into the beat map itself. This is Tech. It's a very complicated style derived from more modernized tech mapping. Features these really crazy sliders that these players are going to have a lot of trouble following. But this map also has a lot of slow part that players can build combo on and maybe shit miss on. And we're going to have to see if these... is an FC on the table here? I don't think it is with these slow parts.
I wish I could tell you.
Not with the slow parts, with these drops, I'll call them, because they really are absurd and how silly they are. You'll see if you haven't seen them yet.
I do believe Xihx banned this map at one point in this tournament,
Oh.
so this does make sense for Xerillia as a pick.
Yeah, and I've seen Xerillia do really well on tech before, so it makes sense. But we're gonna see right now.
Oh,
Xihx immediately breaking. That is not good. Xerillia is still holding combo, even through some of these more absurd patterns. Even though both players dropping a lot of slider ends through this, but I always... But Xihx are able to build a combo through it, but dropping right at the end! But Xerillia, managing to hold through, now has a massive lead. And he's going to be able to carry that into the second ki. Oh no, I think this is already over. I'm sorry, it already is.
No, we're already halfway through. This is 2%, 3% athlete. That athlete's gnarly. What the fuck? Okay, anyways, I feel like Xerillia's experience as an SS farmer probably really helped here, because following these sliders is not easy. But he's just doing it with ease. That's crazy. Xihx is already broken again. I feel like you are right. This might be over, but we're gonna see how far Xerillia can take this. It's like the last map, but the opposite way around.
Yeah, so much control required to hit these patterns, and I think Xerillia is gonna FC. He's gonna not break on this. God. Back-to-back absurd scores from these folks. This really is a great match. But Xihx, even with those, I think based on where he was missing, it really was like just the jump scares, like the beginnings and like breaking from slow parts. It's just unfortunate places to miss. But even then, Xerillia just absurd combo, absurd.
Okay, Xerillia. Okay, Xerillia. Okay, I see how it is. I see. I see how it is. What the fuck?
Truly wild.
Oh, I feel like we're watching a 4-digit tournament here. I'm just saying. I don't think this is 6-digit, guys.
Well, I don't welcome the 6-digit World Cup. Okay,
Alright.
and now Xihx gets their pick, and hopefully they'll be able to retaliate against Xerillia's dominant score just now. We need to see the pool and see where these players can go from this point, because there's the number of maps you can pick from has already been whittled down quite a lot. Like, you only have No Mod 2, No Mod 3, No Mod 7, Hidden 1, Hidden 3, Hidden 5, DT1, and the entire DT pool has gone unpicked. Is that weird? This feels weird to me.
I actually don't think that's weird, because I mean, I don't know this DT pool very well, but like at least the DT2, it feels very much more consistent for these players, so they're probably more willing to do something that it feels harder. So they can
the BT picks are definitely easier than the rest, mostly. But we are going with Hidden Free, another 5-minute long map. They really love these long maps, don't they?
Oh, stop. Anyways, I've gonna play this map once as a TV.
Oh, this has actually been picked as a TV. All right, it's my turn to speak about the beat map. I get the talking stick. Yay. This Industrial Nation is one of Cloyd's best works, up there with P1807 or whatever it's called. It's just him executing his CS5 style at his greatest. It's just the complexity of the patterns while using such simple ideas and then executing on those ideas so well is just really what ties this map together and what makes it a classic among mappers. But for players, I would dread this map. Do you think they're dreading this map?
Just remember what year this was made as well. That's a very important part of this context.
Yeah, this was uploaded in 2015, and
I was 7 years old.
Oh my god. That makes me feel old. And I'm not that much older, but I feel old.
Wait, I was almost 10.
I was...
You were half my age.
Oh my god.
You're making me feel old now, stop.
But this map, it starts off chill. Xihx! Did Xihx just break on a slow part? Oh, no, that was Brown Show. Okay. I was scared for a second. But yeah, this map, 2015, beautiful for what it is. They're really missing early, but there's so much map left. It is anyone's game. So, please, back to my question earlier. Do you think these players are dreading this?
I mean, not entirely. I feel like this is, age is more standard than our previous maps that we've been into.
That's true.
Okay, I don't hate it, and that's when you know it's okay. Because I'm very much like standard that person.
I understand. I would definitely go for this if it was in the pool because it's easier to quantify in your head.
Yeah, precisely. I feel like it's less of a skill set that players will struggle to. It's more of a mainstream skill set, if you know what I mean. Yeah. But I think going to this, as a consequence of that does mean this is more of a consistency battle. And Xerillia, having broken earlier, just maybe like 100, 200 combo down, is doing all the damage. And look at that accuracy from both players, actually.
Both of them high 99s. This map is only OD8, so even with some of these more complex rhythms, it's not going to be a challenge for these players. And it really is about that combo, that consistency, and that it really is just that early break that's dragging Xerillia down right now. But we're gonna have to if we get a break from Xihx, Xerillia is gonna completely take over unless Xerillia breaks right off there. It's gonna be hard to keep close. Oh, but we're gonna have to see how they do.
I mean,
as we go into the skill part.
It's like a 150 combo lead. It's definitely doable. But with how consistent both players have felt, it's gonna look very difficult for that to happen.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw that performance on Hard Rock 2, so I have no reason to doubt Xihx on carrying his lead.
Exactly. I have no reason to believe that either will miss in the next 5 seconds.
Surely.
I shouldn't have said that. Fuck. Anyways, nothing
It's
happened.
okay. It's
Nothing
alright.
happened.
It's fine.
Either
But
way.
yeah, this is just it's a slow part. It's still a well-made slow part, just for the record. Like everything, it's still patterned. Like there's still clear relations between objects. It just makes it easier to follow. And now we get a nice break for these players to linger on their scores, maybe build up some nerves, and see how they do after this. And immediately launching some bursts. Xerillia dropping quite a bit of accuracy, going under 99. That is going to make it harder for them to come back unless we get a break from Xihx.
Yeah, I think you might have been right with that nerves thing. They might have been unprepared for the break to end. Okay.
Yeah. It's just difficult pacing sometimes with these kinds of maps. But we are back into unrelenting bursts into 1-4 sliders. And we do get a break, Xerillia! Oh no! Oh, that is going to just make this lead even wider. That is unfortunate. Unfortunate. Xihx is just holding on. They're just acting like nothing's happened. My god.
I mean, that was such an unfortunate break as well for Xerillia.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I feel like it might be. We are almost like what 2/3 of the map through, but it feels slightly over. It is like a TB style map, and when you see almost 180k score lead around this time in a CB map, you're thinking, is there any chance for Xerillia to come back? And right now, the answer feels like no.
Yeah, I don't think there is. There's only a quarter of the map left. It's just a unsurmountable combo lead. That's what's. Oh, but Xihx does break. But I got a feeling. For some reason, the 200k score lead tells me he's gonna win.
I don't think. I mean, score is going down. Score is going to go Xerilia's favor, but that does not mean
not that much.
Yeah, it's not going fast enough. Anywhere near fast enough for Xerillia to take the lead properly. Because if Xerillia hadn't broken earlier, maybe it would have been possible. But we're really just looking at such a big lead that's going over at such a slow rate.
Yeah, but even as the map will continue, it's going to stay roughly this intensity for the rest of the way. And it's just going to allow Xerillia to chip at that lead. It's not going to do it enough at all. Xihx, just good pick from him, honestly. Just to know what to go for.
I mean, yeah, he really is capitalizing on these longer maps.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we got a shorter counter pick to get back to the more, like, not RNG, but like more, I guess, flippable maps. I don't know what.
I think it's just more extreme maps in quotations, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, just the more different ones. And with 145k score and a 7 100s and 1 miss from Xihx. That is what will secure him his second point of the match.
That's wild. That is wild.
Yeah. And that's still a really good score from Xerillia. 1 miss, 1800s, a couple of 50s, but still, my god. It's just no margin for error with this kind of consistency beat map. And we are going to not like us yes, time to kill the Diddy Bloods.
Oh, hell nah.
Spawny, are you there? Do you want to talk about
No.
Oh, you're not
Everyone
there.
knows. Okay. Everyone saw when they saw map, they see Kendrick Lamar, and there's a reason for this, and I don't even know why. But good mappers just they gravitate to Kendrick Lamar and specifically map Kendrick Lamar maps over any other hip hop artist for some reason.
Yeah, I mapped 2 Kendrick Lamar songs.
And like, look, speaking of which, like this map, James Jan, if any of you have played the original tournament, you know James Jan is one of the most like common names that appeared. We didn't actually pull Not Like Us, and it was in the fair runnings to be in our grand finals. It wasn't, but the reason why I want to include this is because this is James Jan's most modern map that pretty much everyone knows, but it's just James Jan is known for his improvised rhythm. He's able to take such a monotonous, boring song with a very simple beat and turn it into something with so much texture and so much additive improvised rhythm where it feels like there's so much more substance when otherwise there isn't. And you can see this if you play this diff and then immediately play any of the other diffs. There's just feels like there's so much more to bite down on this map than any other map. And I could talk about the visuals and just the general, like, you know, freeformy aspect of how James Jan's mapping in this, and it's the first time he's ever done it. It's just a really, really solid vanilla AIM map. It's one of the best of 2024.
We'll see more of those visuals and those interesting gameplay ideas as the map goes on. But I don't think this song is like necessarily boring. He calls Drake a pedophile in multiple different ways. That's interesting.
That is true. Just from the player perspective, there is a crazy peak in this song, which is incredibly hard. And I'm curious to see if anyone's going to FC this part, because it is a big diff spike right in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do that. As Xerillia is already dropping a little bit of ACK early on as Xihx holds on, but the map is only just getting started, and the score lead being neutralized by the spinner.
I mean, okay, looking at these players and their histories with this map, both players have actually banned this map in their previous matches. Xihx has been the only one to actually have a score in this tournament, and it's looking at around, I believe, like 500k. So,
okay, so
really has to be confident to pick this.
Yeah, but I was it. No, I think it was Xerillia who picked this though, because
yeah, I think Xerillia has to be confident to pick this.
Yeah. Okay.
And he was
Sorry,
talking
I wasn't.
that he has some secret cards to pull out, and I'm assuming this is one of them.
Well, he might be pulling it out already, as Xihx is the first to miss as we get those wop wop wops, and now we get the best part of the map. Drake kissed a 17-year-old. Anyways, they're not like us. They're not like us. They're not like us.
I'm quitting. I'm quitting 6WC.
It's okay. Hey, it's okay. It's all right. He banished him from society. We're safe now. But back to the beat map at hand. Xerillia is just really demolishing combo-wise. He is holding on very well, even as we get a lot of these like somewhat tricky aim patterns. They're not like uncomfortable, but they're not like comfortable either. It's just a nice in between. I think you recognize that slider. Anyways.
I think okay, from a player perspective, I think this map feels like you're getting hit with a truck about 20 times per second, because every pattern feels like I'm gonna go. I feel like I'm gonna miss.
Yeah, there's so many places you can get jump scared or like or something that you're just not prepared for, and there's like that spacing. And Xihx getting another miss pretty late into this map, just letting Xerillia build up an even further combo lead as we get these really tough to hit mini reverse sliders.
Yeah, and we are more than halfway through now. Xerillia holding that substantial combo lead in FC, I believe. So that's a 150k score lead. I would say Xerillia has built a really, really solid lead right now. And I think if he holds his performance through the next half of this map, he really is going to just pull through.
Yeah, but I think the map does get... I think it spikes in difficulty a little bit soon. I don't remember where the spike is, but there is going to be a spike. And I don't know if these players, even these players, I don't know if they're going to be able to hold through it.
We'll find out, I guess.
Yeah, and now we get that cross-screen saber tree, and now we go... It goes from corner to corner! It goes from the left to the right! It's crazy! It's cinema! And both of these players are hitting it!
Okay, yeah, I take every statement back. I don't know. I feel like this is one who's earlier already. Xerillia's like That 1300 combo is absolutely wild, and Xihx just is not doing enough to put himself in the running to win this map anymore.
Well, it's just Xerillia FCing. Like what are you meant to do against that? Oh my god.
FC.
There's not much mat left, and now we're gonna get it's just the encore of the song, really, and we are actually gonna get an FC from Xerillia, which is, are we getting? No, well, if we got FC on Hidden Free earlier, there would have been like back to back FCs, which is crazy, especially for a pool this hard and these players.
Like this kind of pool, especially, yeah. I mean, just putting out there, Xihx's score is pretty fucking good. That 500k would be again any other player in the tournament. It's just that he's against Xerillia, and now Xerillia's on match point.
Match point already for Xerillia. Wow. He definitely knew what he was doing when he picked this map.
What are these scores? What are these scores?
Indeed. And now we'll see if Xihx can beat the Diddy Bloods and get to tiebreak.
Never say that again.
All right. I recant my statement.
All right.
Okay. It's Xihx's pick, so he's got to find something he's confident on and take that. Is he gonna go for another consistency pick? The only one we have that's like true consistency still is Hidden 5 and maybe Hidden 1. But Hidden 1 has like a lot of jump scares, and Hidden 5 is like consistent, but it's consistent in that it's always jump scaring you. So I really don't know where to go.
I wish I could tell you. I feel like
Oh, we're getting a DC pick! We get DC free! The Dominator! Yay! I love Russian beat maps. Unfortunately, we got Hard Rock Free Band, which sucks, because honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest, I think Noble is better than World End Dominator. But World End Dominator is still really fucking good. It's just it's like the true crystallization of that style. Like, you have mappers before who really got the Russian style, like, you know, simple sliders, like the more hit sound focused rhythmic style, I guess you would call it. Mm-hmm. But it's just Cataline, who was able to take those early influences and just turn them into the best products with that understanding at the time. And I think it's going to be a real treat to see these players shred on this.
I do want to talk about the fact, and as Xerillia said, there are so many places to shit miss on this map. This map is a 6.1 star with DT map. It is definitely up there in our difficulty, and even though it's 213 BPM with DT, it has so much DT aim, and a lot of finger control elements in this map as well. And these finger control elements can differ anywhere between 2 to 3 to 4 to even big long bursts. There are a lot of different opportunities for players to miss in this map.
Yeah,
so we'll have to see
there's a lot of silly bursts in this map, and we're already getting the first act drops from both players, even during this intro, and then the pattern.
I mean, looking at the previous scores, right? These two players are looking around 600k, 700k scores. So really, it's just about those ship misses. Who can ship miss less? Who is going to find that ship miss at the end of the day? And as you can see from this kind of map, it looks like something that both players would be comfortable on, as you've seen from the previous maps that we've seen. That doesn't make sense.
Well, I don't know how long they can stay comfortable on it, because this map, it has very few holdouts, like places you can really rest, because it's either testing your aim or your speed, or both at the same time.
I mean, if anything, both these players have showed incredible mental stamina throughout this entire match.
That is true, but not on a map this hard. This is the hardest map in the pool by star rating, and we do get the first miss from Xerillia, dropping quite a bit of accuracy, down to 96 versus Xihx's 99. Good pick from Xihx as he FCs into the break with already building a 90k lead. I think it's a slow part right after this, but it's a really annoying slow part, so we're going to see if Xihx can hold on through this and get a bigger lead.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But Xihx does break!
Down.
We're 2/3 through the map. but Xerillia is still holding combo from earlier, but is it going to be enough of a combo lead for them to get the lead?
I don't know, but that break from Xihx might help. This map is short. This is DT. DT pulls scores over faster than any other mod. And as you can see, that score lead is just going down rapidly now, faster than it was before. We have this last section here. Will it be enough? Will there be enough time for Xerillia to pull us back?
Oh, it's gonna be really close. That lead is just evaporating. I think that lead grew a little bit because Xihx missed slightly later, but it's just getting closer and closer. But I don't think there's enough map. There's still quite a bit of map left to go, and there are just a few more places you could possibly miss or lose score. And even as that lead is disappearing, 20k, 18k, 60k, 50k, but there's not enough map. It's gonna end before, but Xerillia does break. That means he's not gonna be able to catch up, and now the lead's growing. And Xihx!
Oh my god. A 40k score lead.
He rescues himself.
That last miss from Xerillia defined that map. Because that score was going to go over. It was going to go over if it stayed the same. But that last miss from Xerillia put the nail in the coffin for Xihx's win. And
wow.
That's another point closer to Xihx matching Xerillia.
Yeah. Xihx saves himself, and it brings him one map closer to his highbreaker. But it is going to be on Xerillia's terms, and Xerillia goes with DT1. It is time for the act battle on Don't Stop Me Now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball.
See, I don't know if the DT is actually going to avoid a DMCA for us, but if that's the case, you guys need to be talking a lot.
Okay.
Oh, hell no.
I can, yeah.
I think we're in the clear though. I think the DT gets us
all right.
past that.
Is the Ace Attorney storyboard copyright still gonna get us if we talk?
Unfortunately, I don't think we're able to see it. Actually, are we
they
able
had
to see the storyboard?
I don't think we're gonna get.
That'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool if we're able to see the storyboard during this map. Burger King, is that possible?
I don't know. Okay, I'm trying to look for if they've played this map before, and I just literally cannot find any data on this map, on their performances.
Yeah, I think most players try to avoid this map because it is basically the easiest in the pool, other than like Hidden 4, but it has reading difficulty, so it doesn't count. So this is like the true easiest map in the pool, and it sucks because this map is like all the way from like 2008, or like it was started to be made in 2008. It's just an outstanding pick for its time. It's just really great patterning, but it's classic. It's just good classic stuff. Yeah, it's like when you see like a phono, like some old stuff. You just see something old and you go, "Hey, that looks good." It's like an old thing that looks good, and that's what this beat map is.
oh shit! Yeah, I remember the storyboard now.
Hey.
I saw on Twitter.
Oh, are we getting the map? What's happening, folks?
Give Bancho a second.
All right.
Oh
We'll
no.
get it a sec.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. What?
No, it's fine. Don't worry. It's just Bancho.
All right.
Okay.
They said this was gonna be an act battle, but I clearly see an act difference.
I mean, it is just the first bit of the map, so you can't really judge yet.
Yeah, that's true. There really isn't that much map to it because there's so many breaks for the storyboard. It really only leaves some only so much space for the players to act on. Like this break, like you just get to ponder your score, and it's good. Good God.
Oh my god. Okay. I see how it is. I see that there just isn't much map at all for these players to actually make an impact on. Any drop in act just feels like it's gonna be over.
Yeah,
and
but
right
we
now,
are incredibly close right now, and as Xihx starts getting these drops on some of these jumps, I hesitate to call them jumps, but it's a big enough difference. It's a 98 versus a high 96. Just a couple of hundreds could really swing the difference here, and Xihx has to pray for some Xerillia to drop a lot, or just miss entirely, but I don't think we're going to get that with such an easy beat map. There's just so little left.
Oh my
Is it going to really end like this? With such an act battle? It's a classic map, but there's a reason this doesn't get picked in tournaments.
Spin. Yeah, and that was just it. It was just that act by a bit. It may have been. We did miss the first bit of the map, but I do assume Xihx had a significant act drop at the beginning, and that's why he started off the map with such a act deficit in comparison to Xerillia.
Yeah, but that early in the map, it's going to be like 1/100 that causes that act difference. But still, it's enough for Xerillia to get the final point of the match, making him the winner. Congratulations, Xerillia.
And they both hit 1.1 mil.
Yeah, it's a barely 5-star map. Not barely 5-star, almost 5-star. I respectfully, I would expect these scores, but still, hats off to both of them. They did their best. They made it close, made it exciting. Great job. But it is Xerillia who is the winner of this match. Yahoo!
I feel like this match has gone like completely beyond my expectations in terms of scores that have been set. I haven't kept up with this tournament, but the various scores that we saw being made here in this match has really just shown what 6-digit is like nowadays, or at least the B-rankers.
The top of 6-digit, if the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
But it is, great scores from both players. Like, some really standout picks from them. And I hear the tiebreaker in the background. Are we getting tiebreaker for funsies? I don't know. It would just kind of be awesome though to just play Notch Hell.
They did say that they wanted to do a tiebreaker for funsies.
Oh, okay.
Could we get on the gameplay screen again?
Do you want to let it rip about the map? Oh, look, they're chatting. Yeah, just reflecting on the performance of the tournament, on their performances in this match in particular.
Oh, and specifically Xerillia bringing up that No Mod 1 where Xihx had that tablet disconnect as well. If it wasn't for that, we'd be at a natural tiebreaker right now.
Oh, we could be, yeah.
Which was so unlucky. That was the defining factor of Xerillia actually winning this, I believe.
Actually, if Xihx wins that pick, then it's 4-3 in his favor, right? No, then it's 4-4. Okay, yeah. Alright, I believe we are getting tiebreaker. And I guess I'm doing the talking about this one. Unless you want to do this one?
I can really... Look, this map is very special to a lot of mappers and is such an identity to the player base as well, purely due to the fact that when this map was initially released, when HoloWings was going absolutely crazy, making concept map after concept map, one map having only vertical sliders, one map only having low SV, this map being the map that only has high SV. It's one idea for someone to introduce a brand new concept that no one's seen before in a ranked map. Like, for instance, nobody's ever seen high SV slider aim used as a difficult part of a map before this map was made. But it's also the fact that HoloWings also set the standard in how to organize these elements. Everything is clean and neatly wrapped around each other. Even in the verses, it shows a form of progression by introducing these like red anchor kind of like bendy tail slider ends that you can kind of see in some of these sections in the verses to kind of hint at what's coming in the choruses. And my god, as this map progresses, these verses and these choruses get harder and harder. What we've learned about watching this tiebreaker throughout this tournament so far is the fact that when you are playing this early on, when you're playing the verses, you need to be racking up as much combo as possible, because as soon as those choruses come in, you need to grip on as hard and as tight as you can before you let go. There will be a lot of combo resets, and you're just trying to inch up your combo as much as you can before these choruses. That is the general concept of this tiebreaker.
But let's see if these players can grasp that concept and if they're able to hold on through this first Ki or not. Do you I don't know how likely it is. we're gonna see. But you know, we gotta let there's a little bit of chill drums just before, you know.
And with the first chorus coming up right now, you're going to see that this is a massive disc spike.
Instant break from Xerillia.
SS.
And
It's the
Xihx
FS
breaks
with
right
the
after. Oh.
The
It's
craziest
just
part about
those
this is the
reverse
fact that
sliders that you have to
this-
consider.
like this is the
missing on
easiest
that.
chorus. As
Yeah.
as the choruses come throughout the rest of the map, they just get harder and harder and wider, with the last chorus only having sliders with no reverses that cover the entire screen.
Yeah, but it seems like even the reverse sliders are quite a struggle because you have to go for the slider points and the slider end, and then because that fucks with your head sometimes. But both coming out with pretty similar combo. Xerillia with a bit of an act lead. The performances don't matter. It's just a treat to see this map being played in an actual tournament, even if it's just a festival or whatever. It's still funny.
And this does look really evened out between both of these players, with just the one defining difference of AK, and Xerillia is obviously leading this AK battle with a 99.5. You're slider breaking on a lot of those sliders in the chorus, and you're still having a 99.5. That is incredible AK for a map like this.
I don't think you're
especially
getting
with how much they're
100s
missing.
anywhere else. Like even during like these altier parts. And we'll see if they can hold on during the guitar solo too, because that part's like it's interesting to me. It's just like there's so much red anchor stuff. It's just a break from the map, and it really intrigues me. But into the second chorus we go.
And my god, these sliders in the second chorus, if you haven't noticed, are a lot bigger than the ones in the first chorus. This is already a big step up. And
but both players are holding on.
I was trying to mention it, and Xerillia is still holding on. Xerillia is gripping as hard as they can. And what is happening? No 6-digit should be able to go through that much. That's crazy. We'll just have to see how they do in the final chorus, and maybe the guitar solo coming up right after the section. That is insane.
Oh my god.
Wow. Just the slightest of combo differences coming out of that. But Xerillia still with a 99 as we enter the guitar solo. These kids' sliders are relatively big, but they feel small after those parts, you know? It's all about scale when it comes to maps. It's, you know, if it's the map's always doing crazy stuff, then you're not gonna feel when the maps wants you to feel crazy. As we get into the final chorus!
I cannot believe what I'm seeing there. Even if it was just two sliders, that is wild. And Xerillia isn't even cheesing it. Xerillia's actually trying to aim them. Is this a sight read? Does Xerillia not know how to read? That's not a sight read. Xerillia has played this map before. My god. I don't know how you're able to follow it that closely. Xerillia has some crazy slider aim in their arsenal, but my god, this is just an insane amount of capability. No 6-digit should be able to do this. This is like, we were talking about D-ranking before and D-ranker activities. This is the biggest D-ranker activity that we've seen so far in this whole tournament. What is this performance? Oh my god.
And it's probably worth 80 PP. Actually, no, combo scaling exists now. It's probably like 100 PP, even. But that is the end result.
98.9.
How do you act that?
And obviously, with Burger King trying to lead us on with the unstable rate, let's take a look at that again. That is a below 100 UR. On a map like this.
So, like, I don't want to undermine it, but you're not going to lose unstable rate by misaiming a slider.
It's more about when you exit a slider and you go to the next hit object, you're not accustomed to the rhythm at that point because you haven't been tapping along. And with big gaps like that, the ability to naturally latch onto the beat after playing a long slider, that is wild to me. That is mind-boggling. Anyways,
Yeah,
with that
pull up the
closing
winner
stream,
screen
guys,
again. Why not?
I hope you've all enjoyed the finals, and very soon, I believe at any moment now, we will be going to the grand final. I believe that's tonight. Is the grand finals tonight?
There's no fucking grand final. It's single
Oh, is
elimination.
this the final? Oh, is this the last one?
It's single elimination.
Oh, I didn't know we were. These are the last people. Okay, never mind, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, rephrasing my closing statement. So, anyways, everyone watching, I hope you've enjoyed Postcard from Map. This was a very, I loved it, even though I lost my project file and lost so much sanity trying to get that video out for it to just delete itself. I absolutely loved it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this concept, and I hope any single one of you are inspired or just have found new maps that you really like and that you can put in your favorites folder, but most importantly, that you feel inspired to go into the editor and try stuff. If you've never tried mapping before, there's nothing to lose. Go into the editor, try making one of your favorite songs that you want to see played in this game, and if you're already a mapper, try and find some inspiration from any of these maps. We've obviously got that 3-hour commentary stream going into why all of these maps are so incredible, but the motto of the story, guys, go make maps. That's it. All right, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed.
Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.
Thank you everyone for watching.